Hello, once again, and welcome back to the Monday Night Spurs Show. Joining me tonight, we've got the faithful Gary. Gary, probably the worst one to join us on an Arsenal defeat, but really do appreciate it. You coming on. Thanks for joining us, mate. How you feeling? First of all, how you feeling yourself? Football aside, are you all good? Football aside?
Yeah. Generally speaking, I'm all right. I'm good. Yeah, and you?
Yeah, football aside, brilliant. And then football terms, how are you feeling?
De- Deflated.
Yeah.
Absolutely deflated. Yeah, still hurting from yesterday.
Yeah, so let's get straight into it. First thing we'll do, we'll take a little look at the lineup. So I'm not sure what you thought of the lineup. This we've got lineup on screen now. So what was
Yeah.
your initial thoughts when you saw the lineup?
Well, I thought generally speaking, it was quite a good team. Definitely capable of getting something. I would have
Mm-hmm.
made a couple of changes though. I think um, I wouldn't have started Delhi. I think it was a bit harsh to drop Skip again.
Mm.
For maybe Tanganga wasn't up for this. I think Emerson should have started, but I think the team there. I mean, it's more than capable of.
It still looks okay on paper, doesn't it? You look at
Yeah,
it, and it looks a
yeah, of
solid
course,
team.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, one of the things with the lineup, we noticed that no new signings started.
hmm
So Gil on the bench, Galini on the bench, Emerson, Romero. Is it? Was that
yeah,
just the four signings? Yeah, none of
yeah,
them started. So for me, once I saw that, I thought you're almost going to get the same results as last season because it's the same team and it's the same style of football. So I almost expected the result in a way to lose. I would have gone Emerson right back. I said it. I said it in the group WhatsApp, but I understand why people like Tanganga being one of our own. But
yeah,
for me, I didn't see any reason not to play Emerson in this game. Just I don't want Emerson just playing these Conference League games. Like he needs to be chucked in now. I mean,
yeah,
he had the game against Palace, didn't he? Where when
yeah,
Tanganga played centre back. But yeah, I think Emerson needs a fair run. And all of them do. Romero, Gill. Obviously not, maybe not Galini yet, but I think they all need a fair crack at it now. So, what are you thinking then? After the game now, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, improvements definitely to improve now. I mean, three losses on the bounce and conceding 3 goals in all three of them.
Hmm.
It's not good. It's simply not good enough. We definitely need to improve. We need to go on a good run of form now to really put this bad run behind us.
Yeah.
But the way it's looking at the minute, it's not looking like it's going to go that way. But look, we have to see. We still have to give Nuno time, I think. But we just have to see how the next few games go. But personally, for me now, I think the next 3-4 matches we got capable of getting some points.
Hmm.
Whether it's 3 points, whether it's just even a point. But I think now we'll see how the next 3 or 4 matches go.
Yeah. So obviously we've got a lot to talk about tonight. We've got to talk about Nuno, talk for Enoch, and we've got Villa to preview, Conference League to preview. We've got to mention the Anthony Joshua fight as well at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So there's a lot to
Yeah.
get through today. Let's talk about the performance overall. Then, was you obviously you're not happy with the performance, but what did you make it of the performance? I mean, lack of fight. One thing I noticed from the last, well, out of all the derbies, there's a real lack of fight. I noticed Arsenal and Chelsea, one yellow card, and in these games you expect the games to be heated.
Yeah.
Battle of the Bridge, and then every time we play Tottenham Arsenal, there's usually cards flying about. Dyer's up for it, and even with the Chelsea games, Battle of the Bridge, you had Dembele clawing Costa's eyes. I don't think there was even a little confrontation yesterday, was there? I don't remember any little bust up or
No.
nothing,
Not not
absolutely
that I,
nothing.
not that I could see. No.
So what did you make of it then? I mean, we had Harry Kane as well. I think he won 20% of aerial duels. Delhi weren't impressed with. Tongi. Have you seen Jamie Carragher tonight? He's analysis on Spurs.
I've not seen it. No.
But yeah, Carragher's got absolutely ripped the midfield up. Apparently, within the first 10 seconds, the midfield shape wasn't there. Dele's almost gone up front, and Dombele's drifted out to left wing, and Sanchez was still pulling up his socks on kickoff, and just the midfield wasn't there at all game. So,
Yeah.
yeah, what else? So what are you thinking then? Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, from kickoff, we just didn't have a game plan, and Arsenal clearly did.
Mm.
So, and just see it straight from kickoff. We just didn't turn up. Simple as that. Just didn't turn up. I mean, yeah, for me, Kane disappointing, very static. Delhi just non-existent. Ndombele disappointing again. Um, Sanchez, I've seen it happen in a few North London derbies now where he's been turned around in circles.
Mm.
Yeah, I just think these players just are not up for this anymore.
Mm.
Especially at the North London derby at the Emirates. It should be a match where everyone should be up for it.
Yeah.
You get thrown in the team. You got to play. You got to play for the fans, for the club, and all that. But yesterday, it's like they just didn't turn up.
Mm.
And yeah, I think we're still waiting for the team to arrive.
I'm finding it more and more difficult to talk about Spurs lately because it's almost like we're just saying the same things every single week now. We
Yeah,
had a nice little start at the beginning, but when you lose these games, you already know what the problem is. I mean, whether it's on or off the pitch. But let's talk. Let's start with the defense then. So Dyer and Sanchez, have you given up, lost the faith for them too as a partnership now, Dyer and Sanchez?
Well, I think starting them yesterday obviously was a little bit wise. I mean, because at the start, the first three matches they done well together, so I
Yeah.
thought, okay, maybe it's could be the wise thing to do. But I mean, on the pitch yesterday, it showed otherwise.
Mm.
So yeah, I think Darwin Sanchez, I wouldn't write it off completely. I think it's still a nice partnership to have, but I think the pair of them need to work together as a team and all that, and stop pointing a finger at each other, saying you should be here, you should be there. Just work together.
Mm.
But I think, like you said, I think Romero needs minutes now. I think just throw Romero in the back there and just see what he can do. I mean, someone said yesterday he was I think he was the best defender in Serie A last
Yeah.
season, and
Yeah.
he's
He
on the
was.
bench.
Yeah. This is literally what I've been saying. I've been repeating it. This is, I don't get why we're signing these players if you're not playing them in these type of games.
Yeah,
Romero and Emerson, they've not come here to play in the Conference League. They've not come here to play Norwich at home. So I
no,
don't understand why, if they come here, they've come here to play in the derbies, the biggest games, play against Chelsea,
that's right.
who've just won the Champions League. We've got comments flying in now. Ollie says back four from now on has to be Reguilon, Romero, Sanchez, Emerson. You've gone Sanchez. I would have gone Dyer. But Gary, back four for
Roden.
you in favour instead of Sanchez.
Yeah, Roden. I think. Look, go for like a quite. I mean, it'd be a young defence when you think about it. Romero, Roden, Reguilon, Emerson. What?
I
No
know.
older than 23 or 24. But
I know. Yeah, Roden's
Dyer.
completely passed my mind. I've completely forgot
I
about
mean, I
Roden.
don't know. I think a back three would work. I think Dyer, Romero, and Roden with
Hmm.
with Emerson and Reguilon as wing backs.
Wait, so Romero, Sanchez, and Roden. He's saying,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, so who is it? Romero, Dyer, and Roden.
I think I agree with you there. I think I'll still go Dyer. But well, also got another comment here. If the players weren't carrying out Nuno's instructions, you wouldn't know it from the sidelines. Passion should filter down from the manager. Yeah, I was definitely going to come on to this.
Yeah.
So one thing I was speaking about to my dad earlier is that after the game, Nuno said that the players weren't listening to him or listening to his instructions. But why has Nuno said this after the game? Why isn't he like shouting at them during the game, telling them what to do during the game? Why does he wait till after the game to say, "Yeah, the players didn't follow my instructions. The players didn't listen." You know what I mean? Like the whole game,
Mm.
Nuno's on the touchline like this. Whole game.
Yeah.
Nothing,
I mean, I've noticed
nothing
it for a
happens.
few weeks. I've noticed it for a few weeks now. I think since the transfer window slammed shut, his body language has changed. I think he's. I don't think he's too impressed with the backing he's received from Levy.
Hmm.
So he's got to work with that squad that he's got now to January at least. So yeah, I think he was probably promised signings, but I don't think he's got enough. And obviously we've cleared out a lot of players as well. So yeah, I think his body language has changed since the transfer windows shut. So
Yeah.
that could be one of the reasons. Maybe he's out of his depth. Who
Yeah.
knows? So
He definitely doesn't seem happy. I mean,
no, it's all changed. I mean, he had the August. Still had the transfer market. Looked happy. Looks like he was at home. Now shouldn't have been battered by Palace. I expected us to step up a bit more against Chelsea and against Arsenal yesterday as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the slump recently has just been really poor and abysmal. So maybe it could have been the reason why for the slump.
This is what's really frustrating. Is like normally when Spurs lose games, you get the reaction, like you get it like, oh, let's prove to the fans that we care. We
Yeah,
lost, we lost 3-0. Was it 3-0 to Palace? Yeah, 3-0 Palace.
yeah, 3-0
And then
Palace, 3-0
it's like
Chelsea, 3-1 Arsenal.
humiliated against Palace. But the fans can say, okay, we're down to 10 men. Tanganga sent off.
Yeah,
Chelsea, all right. First half, didn't create much from what I've saw.
no,
I've seen a lot of people praise our first half, but for me, what I saw, I didn't see any real goal threat. And then lost the game 3-0. And again, another chance for a redemption against Arsenal. And Sky Sports showed the stat. We've run the fewest amount, 99 kilometers in the opening 6 games. But we're not even
wow,
running. And the reason we're
no,
not running is because we're happy to be camped back in our own half.
yeah,
And I said to my dad that every goal that goes in, the tempo of the game doesn't change. If we
no,
go 1-0 down, we don't go looking for it. We don't go looking to equalise. If we go 2-0 down, we don't go looking to get a goal back. And then when we go 3-0 down, I think they just don't know what to do.
yeah.
My dad says, I will call it now. We won't be here January. Gary, what do you think?
I think you're being a bit generous there. January, blimey. I said with Nuno, I think he's got about 3 or 4 matches to save his job. Like I said, I think the game against Villa next week, which is at home, and then you got Newcastle away after that. For me, in my opinion, winnable games.
Oh man, Laska's returned. We do remember Laska Paul.
Oh, Lasks, yeah. Thanks for joining us back,
Good
mate.
to see you. Good to see you back, mate. We are sad too, but
yeah, we're absolutely devastated. So,
but we're happy to see you here. Thanks for joining on the stream once again, mate. I think I can. He's got some opinions now. I think I can play and manage both better than Kane and Nuno did. So yeah, let's talk about Harry Kane. And what did you make of his performance since he's come back in the team? 3 straight defeats. Yes, without opposition, but we still played Man City on the first game of the season without Kane and won the game. We've had I think the change has been Kane's come in and Bergwijn's missed the last 3. Is that right? Did he get? I don't remember what game did he get injured in.
International. It was Rennes. Was it Holland?
He
No, I think he got picked up an injury at Holland. Missed the game, but he come back for the Rennes game. Got injured there.
That's it. Yeah, but so what have you made of the Harry Kane? And do you feel he still wants it? Obviously, he doesn't want to be at the club, but what are you thinking with Kane now? And what would your solution be?
Well, first things first, I think he should have gone. I think watching him yesterday, he just looks like he's looked at like the last few games. He just looks like he doesn't want to be there anymore. I would have just sold him. I'd have just take whatever offer you get and just sell him. If he doesn't want to be there, fine, just let him go. I would have sold Kane, built the team around Son. But now, what I would do if I was Nuno, I'd drop Kane for the Villa game because he just looks slow, doesn't look with it. I think his mind's elsewhere. I don't think it's with Spurs. So I think I'd personally drop Kane for a bit. I'd make Son the main striker. When we started Son at the start of the season, we was winning games 1-0, but at least we was winning and getting 3 points. And then Kane's come into the team. It's just slowed everything down.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the main problem. I don't think Harry Kane suits Nuno's style of football at the end of the day. I think Nuno wants to play counter-attacking football. But when we do counter-attack, like we've said it time and time again, we can't counter-attack with Harry Kane because he's playing CDM when we're counter-attacking. There was a chance yesterday with Son. He had the ball in the left wing. He got his head up, and Kane was behind him. And then Son had to run. He had a shot, and it was a good save by Ramsdale. But Lass has said, I'd rather play Son at striker and play Gil and Mora on the wings.
Yep, I agree with that.
Very good points. What did you make of we'll start. I'm going to comment to Gil. Let's start with Mora. What did you make of Lucas Moura yesterday?
Uh, well, I think he's one of the only ones who do try.
Hmm.
But I just feel like it's just hard. He just can't find an opening, which he's really good at. But I think if it's the only one who does try at some of the players there, I think he was unlucky not to score that one where
Oh
Ramsdale
yeah,
tipped it on the crossbar.
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. He obviously draws in the fouls for us as well. But again, I find he just plays a bit too central. I think
This
he
is
needs
what
I think he
bang
needs to
on, mate.
stay out. Yeah, just needs to
Bang
stay
on.
out wide and stop coming in a bit too central there. I don't know if he's there to support Kane, but I think he should just play out wide. And I think that's why we don't get many chances. I think that's why we try and put why we should play back five with Reguilon and Reguilon and Royale as wing backs because
Yeah,
clearly Nuno likes to play a bit more central. So why not have the wing backs?
for the width. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
bang on, mate. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I feel like Mora definitely tries. I definitely think he cares.
yeah,
But the position he's playing, it's almost like a centre mid. Like he's
yeah,
picking the ball. He's not. I'm not blaming Lucas at all. I am blaming the management. The way just where he picks up the ball is far too deep, and you can't expect him to go on these mazy runs.
nah,
He's the one you want running onto the ball, but
yeah,
I mean, he's got very quick feet, but I don't think he's got the engine of him and Son. Like, I don't see Lucas Moura scoring like a goal Son did against Burnley, But yeah, Lucas Moura will be so much better out wide, and I think
yeah,
Tottenham will be so much more dangerous out wide. I did see a stat: Tottenham have the fewest crosses in the league this season, so no
mm,
crosses coming into the box. So yeah, playing him out wide, Lucas on the right could be the way forward, and I would love to see Lucas back on the wing in his natural
yeah,
position. But Brian Gill, I feel like he was one of the brightest sparks to come on. I guess really, I thought he tried when he come on. What did you
yeah.
make of Brian Gill?
Should have started.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course, mate.
Should have
Yeah,
started. I think. I mean, I watched. I mean, we watched Wolves on Wednesday night as well. And when he started, he just doesn't stop running. He
mm,
definitely puts in a shift. He does work, and he's just a good all-round player. I mean, for his age as well, he's really good. I think he's only going to get better as well. But yeah, I think he's got a big future here at Spurs. So I think it's vital that we work with him, keep him fit, get him better each time. And but yeah, I think our goal, the one that Son scored, that come from Gill putting in a tackle,
yeah, it's
fell
very
to Regulon. Yeah,
Lamella wasn't it? Work rate, proper
yeah,
good work rate by Gill there.
definitely. Yeah, I think he should have started. Instead of Lucas Moura, maybe. I think because Lucas Moura had a couple of days training because of the injury. I thought he would have started Gill. He was impressive against Wolves on Wednesday night. So
Mm,
strange one, but yeah, or maybe even bring him on at half time when we're 3-0 down, chase the
mm.
game.
And we've got nothing on the bench, have we? So
Nah,
it almost would have made sense to have Lucas Moura on the bench,
yeah,
you know, just to bring on because you know what you get with Lucas Moura, you know what he's on the bench. But with like literally with Brian Gill, I know he's a really good player, but he's a bit of a wild card. You're bringing him on just hoping for the best, not because you know what he can do, because we don't
yeah,
really know what he can do yet. But we have seen he does look quite promising.
yeah,
Uh, Lasky's raking in the comments. He says, if Nuno's out, who will be the realistic manager who will come? We will come on to Nuno talk shortly. Not just yet. We'll finish wrapping up about Arsenal and then we'll come on to Nuno talk. I have run some polls on Twitter regarding Nuno's future, and they all were quite interesting. We will respond to this one. I actually miss Ryan Mason. Do you miss Ryan Mason, Gaz?
yeah. Cool. Yeah. I mean, you know what? I think. I mean, is Ryan Mason's football better than Nuno's? I think with Ryan Mason, he was quite an attacking-minded
Yeah.
coach. I don't think he done a bad job as a Spurs manager. I think considering what he had to deal with, I think he did do a bad job. I mean, I know he lost against Leeds, Villa at home, and City in the cup final and all that. But you got to think he's a 29-year-old inexperienced manager. But I feel like he just brought a new lease of life to that team.
Yeah.
And even like a couple of players like Delhi was playing quite well. And a few others. I think Ndombele as well. But the only problem is with Mason, he was still playing Harry Winks.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason why people didn't get on side with him, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably. But I think if he backed Mason, gave him a decent squad, I think he could have done an all right job. I think better than what Nuno could do anyway. So
with Mason, he had to deal with the Harry Kane saga, didn't he?
Yeah,
Because Kane had that interview with Gary Neville, and then
yeah,
Ryan Mason was having to deal with the Harry Kane questions in his press conferences every game.
yeah,
So, but I think Ryan Mason done a really good job, and he did
yeah.
get
Considering, I
he
mean,
got
like I
quite
said,
a
it
bit out of
weren't.
Bale as well, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, considering, I mean, he wasn't, spectacular. But what do you expect from an inexperienced 29-year-old? He just come in, thrown at the deep end, cut final a week later, less than a week later. But yeah, I think he done fairly well.
So back to the Arsenal. Well, we'll move on from Arsenal quite shortly.
Mm.
Roy says once Skip was dropped, Dyer's frailties were exposed again. But yeah, I think it actually went through the whole team, really, didn't it? This is what I don't make out. Nuno played 3 defensive midfielders against Crystal Palace,
Yeah,
and then he played 1 against Arsenal in Højbjerg, which I wouldn't even class Højbjerg as a defensive midfielder. I don't know, I don't really know what he is, Højbjerg. I will say he's probably knackered from playing every game now, and he had the Euros and stuff.
yeah.
Denmark went to the semis, but I don't really know what he is. I don't think he's someone that comes in, slide, crunching tackles. I feel like he's more someone interceptions, blocks the shots. Do you agree with that? I don't feel
Um,
like he's a cruncher, although he's a bit of go on.
I was going to say he probably plays a bit more of a deep line playmaker sort of role. I think he likes to come in from deep and actually get a bit of attack in as well. Yeah, it's a strange one. What kind of position he is? He's probably a CDM
Hmm.
mainly, but
I
I don't
think he will
know.
work better with Skip. Would you agree with that?
Say that again. Sorry.
He would work a lot better with Skip.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I
'Cause,
think. But I mean, they both done well when they played against Man City on the opening day. I mean, the midfield was good
mm,
that day. It was organised and all that. But recently, since Skip's been dropped, we're not winning the games.
yeah, like I definitely feel we're gonna have to bring Skip in, and credit to Skip for
Yeah,
coming on and getting stuck in the London
yeah,
derby. He understood it, and I mean he's been around the club, but he hasn't played that many games. That must be his first London derby. Yeah,
yeah. I
must
should
be.
imagine so.
Yeah, and he can't got stuck in straight away. We've
Yeah,
got
he knows what it means.
Marky has left a couple of comments. He says Ndombele and Ali shouldn't be played in midfield. Ndombele needs to play higher up away from midfield, as he can't run box to box and be expected to get back and defend when the ball is lost. A lot of people have said this. Like my dad has actually said Ndombele should be like a number 10 because he's got no
Yeah,
intention of tracking back. So
no,
you might as well play him as far away from your own goal as you can. Because
yeah, I'd
if he
say
loses
so.
it, and who did he lose the ball against? Was it Chelsea game? Or
Wolves.
it was Wolves. Yeah, that's it. It was the Wolves game. So he got caught out both goals against Wolves, wasn't it? One from the corner
Yeah,
and
and
one
then
from.
sloppy play in midfield. Yeah, yeah. I think playing as a number 10. Yeah, just stay up top.
I
Stay
mean,
up top and yeah, and use your because he's the sort of player who can dribble around in them tight spots,
hmm,
and obviously we don't have that
yeah,
in a
and
player
he's
like
got a plus
Delhi.
in him. Yeah, but for me, I don't. I feel like Ndombele's future at Spurs is only going to be there until while Nuno's at the club. I think if we get a new
Mm.
manager in, I can't see him playing Ndombele because he don't do enough. He really don't do enough. Marquis says again, Romero Rodon should be a possible partnership as a centre back pairing.
Yeah,
But we should, yeah, again, weird one. Honestly, Rodon's completely passed my mind. Has Rodon been on the bench lately?
yeah. Roden was on the bench yesterday.
Yeah, so we know what's gonna. Pardon me. We know what's gonna happen now. I expect a lot of defensive rotation now as they try and find a solution. But
Yeah,
one player two players, I really don't see the Celso in the squad no more. Winks, I'm done with.
yeah,
Doherty, and now the thing with Ndombele, he's got talent, but it's just frustrating.
yeah.
So
Probably he might benefit as a number 10.
yeah, I think that's all we've got left really. Ndombele is the 10 and Son up front, and
Yeah,
like you said, drop Kane.
yeah,
I think that is the best thing to do. Marky says exactly. Play him as a 10 and he can create, and we can't create chance at the moment. Play the Celso. I'm not sure about Celso. Gaz, what's your views on the Celso at the moment?
The thing is, I like Lo Celso. I think when he was playing under Mourinho, he looked like he was playing from deep and then bringing the ball forward. And And he was actually, I think it was not last season, the season before when we had the lockdown and then we had the restart.
Mm,
In the restart, I noticed Lo Celso was getting better and better, and I could actually see it. I said,
mm.
and then I said, come next season, I think he's going to be a really good player, but he hasn't really stepped up, I don't
Yeah.
think. And but I noticed that Mourinho put him in a deeper role and playing for, and it was good because he had the dribbling ability,
Mm.
and but again, he was just lacking a bit of end product. He scored a couple goals, got a couple, set up a few goals as well. But yeah, again, another strange one. Who's better out of Ndombele and Lo Celso at the minute?
I mean, whatever we say about Ndombele and Celso, none of them are worth what we paid right now, are they? They're not. We're not getting our money back for either of them right
I
now.
wouldn't say so. Nah.
Marky says this is regarding the Celso in midfield. At least he can tackle. Well, I hope so. I
Yeah.
mean, and again, he's another one. He's a bit of a dirty player, but I mean, we need a bit more. Definitely need to see a bit more from the Celso.
Yeah, I'd
Uh,
say so. I'd give him a chance. I would give Lo Celso running the team at least,
mm,
but yeah, I wouldn't write Lo Celso off completely.
Another brilliant comment. I like to see Gil at Cam and Son more at either side. Well, I'll take it all he means with Kane up front, but I definitely feel we need to play a bit of football without Harry Kane for a bit. It's
Yeah.
almost like we're so. It's almost like we're. It's like we've got a girlfriend that don't want to be with us, but we're begging her to stay with us. You know what I mean? And we
Yeah,
just
it's one of them ones.
refuse to break up with her. But
Yeah.
we definitely need to try without Harry Kane at least on Thursday. I think
Yeah.
you got to try something different. But yeah, Gil could look really tasty as a cam. Lasker says if Spurs get a chance to sell Kane for like 100 mil or so, we should do it and try for a striker like Martinez or play Son at striker and get a nice mid. I think Martinez, I think he's going to sign the new deal, isn't he? With
Yeah, I think Martinez is signing a new deal. That Vlahovic is going to sign a new deal, so I've heard as well. So all our targets are all staying at the club. I don't think they fancy coming to Spurs. I think realistically, I see a link somewhere today, a rumour saying that.
Not you going to say Watkins?
Yeah, Watkins.
Yeah,
Was linked with a move here to Spurs.
Which again, I think he went for 25 mil to Villa.
Yeah, something like that.
And
Yeah,
we turned our noses up at it. He's going to go for more than that now. So
yeah. Oh, of course
another
he will.
chance.
Yeah.
Go on. Ollie says
Um,
class tell regarding the girlfriend comment. I think. Go on, Gary. What are you going to say, mate?
but yeah, saying about the striker situation, I think someone who's going to come in is just basic. I don't think we're going to get a player as good as Martinez, Vlahovic. I don't know. It's a strange one, really. I think the best we're going to get at this current moment in time. I couldn't really tell you. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
But
you couldn't name one, could you? Really?
no, I couldn't. I mean, I would have said someone like Danny Ings, but obviously he's gone to Villa.
Hmm.
I would have taken. I think go for Saint Maximin.
I think that's literally. I think this is where the ball is struggling. The scouting's so poor. It shouldn't be us fans' jobs, should it? To be picking up players and coming up with striker ideas because we shouldn't. I mean, our only knowledge is from watching football and playing FIFA. But Tottenham should be flying all over the world looking for these players. But they found Janssen and Soldado, nothing, and they found Vinicius, and I liked him. You know,
yeah, I did.
Definitely worth sticking around for. In Kane's defence, he was unlucky with that third goal. He showed desire to get back to help. He tried to come back, but
he should. But look, he shouldn't have to do that job. You know, I think the only reason why he did that was because he made that mistake, and he had to bust his gut. So maybe, I suppose you're right there, Marky.
If Kane's head was in the right place, though, he would have had a better touch. He would have controlled the ball properly, I think. But just again, very sloppy from Kane. Since he's returned. If we are relying on the Celso and Ndombele, we are as good as down. Hate the pair of wasters, but yeah, I mean, we could talk about the midfield all day, but I don't know who can play with each other. I think the only ones I trust right now as a defensive mid is Skip and Højbjerg to play together. The rest, Ali, I think we've got now three now. Ali, the Celso, and Ndombele.
It's just poor. You know, you got to at least have one who's keeping them two out the team. And at the minute, it's up for grabs. None of them can keep each other out the team. One gets one chance, and then he'll be
They're
dropped, and
just
then another one.
rotating, not because they're not their place isn't under threat. They're just being rotated for fitness, really, not because of form or anything. Because if they play bad, they still play, and they're all under massive contracts. We do need to start moving on because we've done 30 minutes and we've got a lot to cover still.
Oh God!
Right, Marky says if he also should have had a pen and missed that 1-on-1. He went inches past the post and that free header from a corner. It's true. He definitely could have had a hat trick, Kane. If that was normal Harry Kane, I think he probably would have had the hat trick. And again, talking about the fight, I don't think there was massive protest about the penalty. It just
there wasn't. But do you know what? I think VAR must have had an off day yesterday because to me that looked like it did look like because I've seen if it was someone like Man United, they'd be absolutely blabbering to the ref saying you better check VAR, and then they give in and look at it, and they won't sit down until they look at that VAR.
Yeah, exactly. Man U and Liverpool got absolutely ballistic, and then Man U and Liverpool, like I've seen Solskjaer playing all the media games about penalties.
Yeah,
but we'll just sit down in the corner. Right, let's move on to Nuno. Nuno in or out? Let us know in the comment section below. Are you Nuno in or Nuno out? Yes, it's early days, but I want to hear your opinion. So I ran some polls on Twitter. Nuno in, Nuno out. 84% of people said Nuno out. 84%. So that is very high numbers. And another poll I ran on Twitter. Where will we finish? 47% say bottom half. 31% say top 10. And 11% say top 8. And the other 11% said relegated. So 11% say top 8. The other 11% say relegated. 47% bottom half, 31% top 10. So I'm probably right now between 10 and 11. Gary, what are you thinking? Where are we finishing this season? Under Nuno.
Under Nuno. It's probably going to be, I don't know, the way it's going at the minute. I mean, will we improve? I don't know. I reckon top 10, but it won't be European. It'll probably be 10th, 9th.
Yeah.
Something like that.
All right, that's it. Marky says Nuno out. George Bulldog, thank you for returning to the stream once again. I do remember your name. He says Nuno in. Why are you Nuno in, George? Let us know in the comments. And we'd love to hear why you're Nuno in. I want to hear some positivity. And Ollie says in, too early yet. So, again, Ollie, you're Nuno in. Why are you Nuno in? Have you seen some positivity that we haven't picked up on yet? Gary, what are you, mate? Are you in or out? I think we both agreed we'll give him 10 games. I think
well, for now, I'm Nuno in, only because of the fact it is early. I agree with Ollie there that it is early. And the next games now are winnable. The next 3 or 4 matches are winnable. So, if we don't even pick up at least a point or 2 in that, then I say Nuno is definitely gone. Mm-hmm. But if he can turn it around, if we can beat Villa, like when we say beat Villa, I'm talking beating Villa convincingly. Like I'm talking about a nice healthy 3 or 4-0. Yeah. And I want the same for Newcastle away. Like, at least, I know it's quite a tough ground to go to, so at least a 3-1, 4-1, 4-0, whatever. I just want to see us winning convincingly now. Man United will be the next home game after Villa. For me, I mean, they lost to Villa at home on Saturday. So, that just shows that they are beatable. Mm-hmm. I know they've got a good home record, good away record at the minute. And, if we can get at least a point there, that's 7 points, and then go to West Ham away. I mean, that's never an easy place either. They turn up. That's another London derby.
I'm trading that one.
Yeah, same. I think they could beat us, but if we get a draw, so what's that? 8 points, 3, 6, 7, 8. What you need to remember as well, we're only 5 points off first, where we are at the minute. So it's still tight. It's still early. Let's just see. Nuno needs to prove himself now. Get on a good run of form, and then hopefully this will all be forgotten about, this blip. We hope anyway.
I think this is a huge week. It really is a huge week.
Massive.
I mean, you got to do a professional job on Thursday, and Sunday's going to be massive because the fans will not be happy. I mean, the fans are going to make their voices heard on
big time.
Ollie says 1-3 out of 6 in the league and still in all the cups. Can't sack yet.
Yeah.
And then again, another good comment here from George. Who else are we going to get if he does go? And it's early days. Go on, mate.
I was going to say, let's say Nuno was sacked, and then we've got to talk about getting a new manager in. For me, obviously, I want Antonio Conte, but I don't think he'll ever come. I don't think he believes in Levy's project. And obviously, I think Conte would. I think we had a chance to sign him. I think he was there for the taking. We should have just given him whatever.
Yeah, he actually comes to the table to talk.
Yeah, but because Levy, throws a few obstacles here and there, that's why we'll never get a top manager. I think realistically, I said this earlier. Realistically, if Levy wants to do everything on the cheap, considering he's available, not attached to a club, I think we're going to end up with Eddie Howe.
He's still not got a club.
He still ain't got a club.
Amazing.
No, he's still unattached. Yeah, I'm surprised myself he's not at another club. But I think the way it's going, they'll probably give Eddie Howe, they'll probably give him an interim contract till the end of the season. And provided he meets the club targets, he'll probably get a 2 or 3 year contract.
But really good good insight from you guys and George and Ollie. It's very sensible answers. It's really hard to be rational, and it's really hard to keep a level head. But really, really good comments from everyone in the chat. And there's literally no point sacking someone if you ain't got that replacement lined up. For me,
no, exactly. I mean, another manager who could be probably the best of a top manager, Joachim Low.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think he's a good manager. I feel like he's more Arsenal than Spurs. I don't know why. I think I can see him in an Arsenal shirt.
No, I don't know. I reckon give him the job. You've got to think he's a manager who's worked with world-class players with Germany. Obviously, he doesn't probably have enough club experience, but he's worked with world-class players with Germany and obviously won the World Cup. Now, to be the national manager of Germany, you've got to be flipping good. They don't hire crap managers.
For that long, yeah. He was manager
exactly,
for years,
he made a name for himself. And I think why not just give him a go? I know the only thing that's against him is probably his age. So will he use old school tactics or is he clued up? Is he more of a modern manager? Because Germany don't look the same nation anymore. Like before, they used to be unstoppable and a top nation and a hard country to beat, and they used to batter teams. But recently, I mean, we beat them at Wembley at the Euros there. And in recent years,
that was with Lowe. Yeah, that was with Lowe, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was and obviously in recent years, it must have been about 3-4 years ago. I remember them losing to Georgia of all nations.
Yeah, and then the South Korea game when Sonny scored.
Yeah,
was that Russia?
Could have been, but I think they already qualified Germany. But
anyway, Ollie did mention previously won 3 out of 6 in the league and still in all the cups, so can't sack yet. So that does bring us on to Wolves 2, Tottenham 2, Spurs win 3-2 on penalties. So we did get through in the cup last week. So despite the Arsenal defeat, there was some positivity from last week through in the League Cup after winning on pens. Got some great penalties from Reguilon and Brian Gill. What I did like was Nuno bringing on Reguilon, and his penalty was top draw.
I liked his penalty. I think all the penalties were good. I mean, disappointed with Højbjerg's. I mean, when I saw that it was Harry Kane, Reguilon and Gill had all scored their penalties, but the thing is, when Wolves missed theirs, I said to myself, we've still got Højbjerg, still got Son. I think we've won this. And Højbjerg missed. I was like, oh shit, it's thrown a spanner in the works there. And but Wolves penalties. Ruben Neves is poor. Cody's. I mean, you could do that if you tried, but and a good save from Galini.
Yeah, fair play to Galini. I mean, that
done
was a
well.
big moment. But what about the game itself? It looked like Tottenham were turning things round. Lovely assist from Dele Alli.
Yeah.
To Harry Kane for his goal, and Ndombele, really good work rate for his goal.
Yeah.
He fought for that and really nice finish. But then we capitulated. Go on, mate.
Yeah, but even when we let the equaliser in, we were still going for the third goal. Gill had a chance from close range. Kane had another chance from close range, and it was like
Ali
maybe
went round the keeper, didn't he? He couldn't get his shot away. Ali went round. Was it Jose Sarr?
No, it was John Ruddy.
Ruddy, and he's just going to get
but even the performance against Wolves in the way, it was a positive one. Even going into penalties, it was a positive, good attacking match. And I thought if we play like that against Arsenal, I think we'll have a chance. But we clearly didn't. I don't know what happened yesterday, but the way we played against Wolves in the cup there was probably one of the better performances I've seen so far this season.
First half.
Even the second half, I think we did okay, but because we were still going for that third goal.
That's true.
But again,
the set pieces seem to be a problem still.
Yeah,
Ndombele just didn't jump, did he?
No.
Man. Now, some of the goals are so avoidable. It's like
massively.
it's not even Nuno's fault. Is it Nuno's fault? Not.
Nah.
I mean, he's going zonal marking, Nuno, isn't he? But I prefer man marking, I think, and yeah, he's got to be jumping for that if you're in Dombele. Who is it against Dendoncker? He's pretty good header of the ball, isn't he, Dendoncker?
Yeah, I'd say so. I didn't know he could do that, but yeah, I mean, he does get in the danger zones for the set pieces.
But yeah, we're through in the League Cup.
Yep.
Burnley away next. What did you
Yep.
make of the draw? Burnley away.
Yeah, I think it's a good draw. I think it's one that we can win as well. Again, I think the difference is Burnley could field out a stronger team. We'll still probably rotate, so it'll probably be another tough game. Well, everything's a tough game at the minute. So, but it's just been nice to have some optimism and look forward to the game and say to ourselves, "Yeah, I fancy us. I think we can do it." But at the minute, it's not looking like that. But we'll see. We'll see. Like it's not till next month, so hopefully things will turn around. We'll be in a bit of decent form come for the Burnley game.
Yeah, it's like Ollie said. Maybe that getting through in the cup does give Nuno a bit of leverage, a bit like Mourinho. I think because we was in the League Cup final when we wanted to sack him. So it almost does the same for Nuno. He's still done his job, still in the cups, and if the objective is to finish top four, I mean, technically we're not out of the top four race yet, are we?
Well, no, it's still early yet. Like I said, we're only 5 points. We're 5 points where we are in the league. We're only 5 points from first. So 2 or 3 wins, results go the other way. We're back up there again. So we'll see. Let's just see what happens.
So let's move on to Thursday night. So we've got some football this week. We've got NS Mora in the Europa Conference League. Gary, I want all your expert knowledge on NS Mora. Go.
They're from Slovenia. I don't know anything about them. I haven't got a clue. I've never heard of them in my whole entire life. But all I know is that they're from Slovenia. I don't know. I thought the top team in Slovenia is Maribor, but I don't know where they rank in the top team. But
right, I've wrote some knowledge. So I've wrote some bits down. So they lost 2-0 home to Vitesse.
Vitesse,
in our group in the opening game. And they're currently 5th in the Slovenian league. So, and I think 5th is where they finished last season. So they're on par for what you should expect from them. So what would you expect to see from Spurs lineup wise?
Well, lineup wise, I think obviously a bit of a mixture. So obviously rotation. I think Galini goes back in goal. I think players like Doherty will start. I think with Doherty, he needs to pick up some form. No, I think Emerson will be rested. I think it'll be Doherty, Davis at fullbacks. I think centre backs will be Roden, either Tanganga or Romero. Midfield, I think probably rest Højbjerg for this one. I think Lo Celso will start. I'd like to see Kane. I don't even want to see Kane in the squad. I think he should be left at home for this one as well.
Yeah.
I'd start Dane Scarlett. I'd give Scarlett a go. Saying that, he played for the under-23s tonight, so I don't know if he'll play tonight for Thursday.
Yeah, there's enough gap. That's enough.
Should be enough, yeah. Markande scored for the under-23s again today.
Again, yeah.
So I want him in the squad. I'd like him to start. Well, I don't know if he'll start. He'll be in the squad. Gill should start. I think just a couple of rotations. There'll be 1 or 2 youngsters in this team anyway. I think Scarlett will get a chance. I think Noel John could get another chance. It's nice to see someone like Harvey White, Alfie Devine in the squad as well. Just give a couple of youngsters a go, and if they can impress, get their name down on the team sheet for this season.
It's weird, isn't it? I mean, because we sold Lamela, Vinicius went back, Bale went back. As soon as you get one injury in the attacking line, like Bergwijn, suddenly there's so much more opportunity for the youth to get a place on the bench. It's crazy.
Do you know what? If I was a youth player at Tottenham, I'd be going all out because I think there's a spot there up for grabs for a couple of youth players, and all it's going to take is hard work and really get your name out there and just really, really perform well in training, and then you get a spot like Europa Conference League. Obviously it's not the big time, but to play in the first team will be something. And you do well, and then hopefully we'll see you in the next match.
Ollie, this is Ollie's lineup. Thanks for taking the time, Ollie, to put your lineup down. He's gone for back 4. It looks like.
Yeah.
Doherty, Romero, Roden, Davis, Winks, Devine, Gill. Oh, I can't work this out now. Is this Diamond. I can't work out what this is. Winks holding, Divine. I can't work it out. I can't work. Or is he done 4-3-3?
Well, it
Maybe
looks like Kane's gone for the centre forward. Mora, Gill. I reckon Lo Celso plays as the cam. Yeah, that's how he's done it. So he's done Winks and Divine as the centre mids. He's done Gill, Lo Celso, Mora as the front three,
That's
and Kane
attacking
as the
three.
centre forward,
Yeah,
attacking three, and then Kane as the centre forward.
yeah, he's gone 4-2-3-1. But yeah, would I agree with that team? I mean, yeah, that.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Just
I'd
not
rest
Kane.
Kane. I would. I'm not saying I'm not against Kane. I think he just needs that rest.
Akash says Galini rubbish. I think it's a bit harsh. He had a dodgy game against Rennes. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he did give the goal, and obviously, I don't think he could have done a lot about the goals against Wolves. I mean, he sent us through with a save.
But
Scarlett needs to play.
Needs to play.
Yeah, I said that. I'd start Scarlett. I would give Scarlett 90 minutes. I mean, I don't think this team are much of a threat. I mean, I don't know. There could be a surprise package, but I doubt. Well, I don't know. Does anyone know anything about Mora?
Yeah, if anyone knows anything about Mora, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. Are they like, I don't know, like an up and coming team in Europe, like, I don't know, Sheriff in the Champions League?
Yeah, Shendia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they've won 3, drew 2, lost 3 from what I saw earlier. But yeah, I'd love to see Scarlett in there with like the first team with first team players. You know.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's our backup striker, so you've got to give him some minutes. He's got to get some confidence, get some goals to his name, and if he can be like how Mason Greenwood is for Man United, we'd have such a good player and someone we can rely on for backup. So yeah, I mean, he's 17. Obviously, I don't know if they see something special in him because he's on the team sheet, or is it just holes to fill because we've got no options.
Worrying thing, yeah.
Or is he that good? You know, is Nuno said to Levy, we don't need a backup striker. We've got Dane Scarlett. I don't know.
Yeah, he's either he's filling up like he's a name on the bench for the sake of it, or he's really good. So
yeah, I hope it's the latter.
Akash really says, good. Thanks for your comment, Akash. Akash says, would you bring back Troy Parrott? So I'm not sure.
I was just thinking of Troy Parrott. He actually scored at the weekend for MK Dons.
Yeah, so I'd let Troy Parrott flourish at MK Dons. And,
let him stay, and hopefully he comes back next season.
Keon Otete is looking good at Northampton.
Yeah, he does look good.
And the other one, Janil Bennett.
Janil Bennett, yeah.
Yeah, they're looking good. So, yeah, I'll definitely keep him out there. You don't want to bring him back to this mess right now. You let him out.
No, keep them happy. Keep them playing, keep them scoring goals and keep them doing well. I mean, if they come back like Oliver Skip, because he come back a different player after his loan spell.
I mean, McCanday can't even come off the bench right now, and Dane Scarlett was not hardly featuring either, is he? So bringing back Parrott and all these, there's no point right now.
Really. No, I'd say I'd like to see Markande. I'd like to see him feature. Yeah, I would as well. I think just give him a bash.
All white kit, you know. I think he would love it, and I'm sure he'll do well.
I think so. But he needs a good half hour though. I mean, I don't want Nuno bringing on like 5 minutes left and all that. It's just no point. You literally need to give these lads half hour, 20 minutes. That's all they need, you know, and just see what they can do. And if they're good, then, you know, it's more options for the first team.
Yeah. So, what would your prediction be then for Thursday night?
I'm looking at 3-4. I mean, if we can't win 3 or 4-0, then things must be wrong. Seriously, I mean, it depends what team he goes for. If he goes for a very much rotated side with a few youngsters, I probably expect a 2-0, maybe a 3-0. But if he's starting half and half rotation and a few first team players, then it's got to be 4-0, surely.
Another comment here. Some really good comments tonight. Another player we forgot about. Ryan Sessegnon not playing as much as he should.
Well, he's been injured. That's why we haven't mentioned him, really. But I don't know what the time frame is on his injury. I mean, I hope he's back soon. But yeah, if he gets back to full fitness and starts playing well himself, then yeah, it'd be nice to see him another option for the first team.
Claude has left a comment. I think Claude's new to the stream. Welcome to the stream, Claude. Patience, the race is not for the swiftest. Keep faith. Come on, you Spurs. So it's very hard being a Spurs fan when we've had so much suffering. But you know, I feel like we've been waiting for so long just to turn that corner. I'm turning it right now.
No, we're not. But I mean, look, I mean, we it was the same. Like I said, I've mentioned this about a week or two ago. It was the same scenario with Pochettino. He just had a slow start. I think it's just going to be a slow start for Nuno. I remember people were calling Pochettino to be sacked early on as well, but look what happened. He took us to top 4 Champions League final. Can Nuno do the same? I'd love to see it, but let's just give it time. I think it's just an uncomfortable first few months for a new manager. Poch found it difficult. I think Nuno's in the same boat. So let's just see how it goes.
One thing I did tweet earlier was regarding Poch when he first arrived at the club.
Yeah.
And he picked these players who he thought they were bad for the club. Like he didn't want anyone near the club. And that was Adebayor, Capoue, and Kabul.
Yeah.
And he banned them from training.
Yeah.
Said, don't want you near the squad. You're harming the team spirits. Go and find your own clubs. Go off somewhere else. And I feel like this is what Nuno needs to do.
Yeah, I don't think maybe Nuno's too much of a nice guy or too soft and probably doesn't know how to say. But
yeah, I mean, there's definitely some bad eggs at the club. I mean, the problem is these bad eggs we've got at the club, they're expensive and no one's going to bid for them. Like Ndombele, I mean, Harry Kane. Now, what? Man City ain't going to bid 150 million, are they, in January?
No. Look, if someone doesn't want to be there, just lower the asking price and just go. Obviously, if you've got players that you want to keep, then yeah, that's when you up the market. But then if you've got players you want to leave, like Kane, like asking for top money for Kane, 100 million, I would have taken 100 million all day long.
Yeah,
and built the team around Son and still bringing a backup striker.
Akash says this is still a Poch team. Our score's not changed that much, but this is what I've said previously. This is our first team is almost what Poch's second team used to be.
Yeah,
there's some players who are starting now that you'd bring on off the bench, like your Lucases and your Bergwijns. They'd be on the bench, wouldn't they? But now they're starting games because the depth just isn't there no more. Oh, Gary does his every stream on 50 minutes. Gary always cuts out. But yeah, he'll be back very, very shortly. My Enes Mora prediction, I think I'm going to go 2-0 Spurs. Nuno sides don't seem to score many goals, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 Spurs. There you go. 50th minute and you cut out gas. Yeah, we're just going for your prediction. Then we'll move on to Aston Villa. What's your prediction for Thursday?
Well, it depends. I mean, I'm going for 3 or 4-0.
Yeah,
Spurs win.
I'm going 2-0. So just because we don't score that much. But yeah, let us know in your comment section below what your score predictions are for Thursday night. And yeah, I'll be sure to read them out. So guys, but let's move on to Aston Villa. So looks like a very dangerous opponent now. They were dangerous last year with Jack Grealish. Now that they haven't got Grealish, but they've strengthened with Buendia, Leon Bailey, Danny Ings. They've got some strength in depth now. So how do you see this game on Sunday?
Well, again, it's another tough match for me. I feel like, we was coming into this one in good form. I feel it could have been a winnable match, but now it's looking like a tough match once again. For this one, we need to, if this club's serious, if the team is serious, the manager's serious about business in the Premier League this season, then they need to go out and absolutely destroy Villa. We need a convincing 3 or 4-0 win and actually show us fans that they mean business. Again, I just don't want to see flat, low-tempoed football. We literally just need to pick themselves up now and start start winning this game, and just put the bad form behind you and just start again and really go. But yeah, like you say, it will be a tough match. So I don't know. I just hope that we can get back to winning ways, but win convincingly.
That's the problem. Yeah, I think right now we just need to win. To be honest, just stop the rot of all these defeats. We've got a few comments here. Mopai just equalised last minute for Brighton.
Wow.
George says should have sold Kane when teams were asking money, get some more players.
Yeah.
But the problem is we don't know who's available in the market. I think that is the problem. We identified Vahalovic and Martinez, couldn't get any of them.
I think
they were going to come with Kane, weren't they? Yeah,
but I think if Adama Traore hasn't signed the contract by January, I think we're going for him.
Yeah, well, yeah, it'll always be players who are towards the end of their deals, wasn't it? Who we go after.
Yeah.
So what I was going to mention was Aston Villa. There always seems to be significance around Tottenham Aston Villa. We had the 125th anniversary game when we were
Yeah.
4-1 down, was we?
Yeah. 4-1 down.
And then we had the Aston Villa game away with Harry Kane's free kick,
Yeah.
which set Harry Kane's career and Pochettino's era at Spurs. That really set off.
Yeah.
And then last season we had Tottenham Villa, and it was a shocking performance, one of the worst I've ever seen again.
Yeah.
With that Reguilon own goal, bizarre own goal, and Ollie Watkins scored. I think poor defending by Dyer, shocking.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
And Bergwijn scored a wonder goal. I think that day.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a good goal, and then we ended up losing it 2-1. But yeah, that was another poor match as well. I think another one that comes to mind was when was it? This is just before the lockdown. So I think we went to Villa and beat them 3-2, and Sonny scored right at the death
with the broken arm.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And then Van der Vaart loved the goal against Villa. I think that was
yeah. Van der Vaart. Loved Van der Vaart.
Cash says, oh, this is a statement. Bring back Moussa Dembele from China.
I said that. Do you know what? His contract runs out in December.
I don't know if he can hack it. Bring
him back. Like I think someone said the decline started when Moussa Dembele was sold. If that was the case, just bring him back. Bring back Moussa.
Yeah.
Make him a player coach or something. Just make him give him a contract till the end of the season, just a 6-month contract or whatever. Yeah. And yeah, because we clearly miss the creativity in the middle of the park there. Yeah, so yeah, I want Dembele to come back. He was
quite creative when he had to be, because he had the urgency, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
If we had to get up the pitch, he would carry up the pitch.
Yeah,
but I've not heard much about him. I'm not sure how he's doing.
No, I'm not sure. I don't know. I think he got sent off in a game from what I saw. I think he lost his temper or something. I remember him getting sent off, but I don't know how he's doing. He'll probably go back to Belgium, probably finish his career at Belgium or maybe the Netherlands. But yeah, bring Moussa Dembele back to Spurs. I agree with you, Akash. Bring him back.
Ollie says Dembele wouldn't last 20 minutes now. That's 20 minutes longer than Ndombele, whatever we say.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'd rather Dembele than Ndombele still. Right.
Yeah.
Now. At least Dembele played for the shirt.
He did.
But yeah, Villa predictions then. What are you going for?
I think Villa could win it. I'll probably win it 2-1.
I mean, it's hard, isn't it? Because we're trying to be.
It
positive.
Is hard. I mean, I'd like us to win. I think I've got a win in my head, but I don't know if it's going to happen or not. But like I said, if this team is serious about getting back to winning ways and they're going to play for the club and play for the team, then they've got to win 3 or 4-0. Just score goals, create goals. For me, I find Villa a bit of an inconsistent team, so
yeah,
they don't usually go on a good run of form. So. I don't know. Obviously, they'll be on a high after beating Man United, but they'll come to us. They'll fancy their chances, definitely. But I just hope we've got something up our sleeve to stop that.
Oh, that's it. I mean, it's incredible. If Dean Smith can go to Old Trafford and Tottenham to pick up 6 points.
Yes, mad. He come to us. I mean, they beat Arsenal last season as well. Yeah, they beat some big teams last season, Villa. So I wouldn't write them off. They are a really decent side.
And we've got Graham Potter, who we couldn't get. I don't know if we couldn't get him or didn't want him, but he's got Brighton in the top of the league. You said, Ollie said Mopai just equalised last minute, so they'll be right up there. Then Brighton,
they're having a good season. Really good start to the season. I think.
Ollie says 1-0. So I guess I take it. This
Villa.
is Ollie's prediction for Villa, but I don't know about my prediction. I think
1-1. I think 1-1. I think 1-1 is realistic, but I want to win. Like we have to win. We have to get back to winning. It's a must. It's not a case of if we win, we just got to win. We have to win. There's no two way about it. A draw probably wouldn't be the worst result in the world this early on, but like I say, but Nuno has to turn it around. And now, like I said, the next few games are winnable. So now is the time to do it.
If we drew 0-0 on Sunday, would there be boos at the ground?
Probably, yeah. I think there would be because we haven't scored. It depends. If we played well, if we at least looked like we were going to score, and it was a case of the keeper having a blinder, I suppose it wouldn't be too bad. But if it was like literally a ball draw, like literally a absolute dross game, then yeah, it'd probably be probably boo because the game would just be poor. But if it was an exciting 0-0, then maybe. I don't think there would be.
Marky says Potter doesn't want to work with Levy.
I don't think anyone does. I really don't think.
Earlier. Yeah. George says 2-1 win.
I hope so.
Well in George, keeping the faith. So George is still Nuno in and says 2-1 win.
I think going back to Graham Potter working with Levy, I don't think any football manager wants to work with Levy. He's difficult.
Even transfers, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he tells you it from day one. He probably just tells lies. I think they'll say, "Yep, you'll have controls of the transfers. We've got transfer budget to spend, blah blah blah." But this is why I think Nuno's body language has changed because he probably. I mean, yeah, he got the players. We got the players, but we didn't. Probably didn't get the players he wanted. I think he was after like more attacking-minded players, like a striker, maybe a creative midfielder.
He must have. Really
I think he wanted Adama Traore. He probably said, "Oh yeah, we'll do whatever we can to get him," and probably offered like stupid money, like really below the belt.
Yeah, to be fair, who does want to work for Levy? Levy out.
Yeah, I'm fed. I'm just like really fed up with Levy.
If we are in the same mindset as against Woolwich, we are getting battered. Yeah, I mean, if they're not up for it, if they haven't got the appetite, we will get battered. We just want them to turn
simple as that. Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, we have to hope our players run in a game of football because they're just not running. I mean, it's that bad right now.
Well, for me, for the Villa game, I would like to see Harry Kane drop to the bench.
Yeah.
Try something different. Just go with Sonny up top because it was working at the start of the season. Start Sonny up top. Start Brian Gill. Start Lucas Moore because we need that creativity. I would drop Dele as well. Bring back Ollie Skip.
Yeah.
And obviously make either give and I'll probably end on Bele. He's played too many matches. He probably needs a break. So I'll probably give Lo Celso the start. I'll probably start him at number 10. Sounds crazy, but I think Lo Celso will play better as a creative attacking midfielder.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt we'll see Steven Bergwijn back at the weekend, so it probably will be Lo Celso. Let's finish with Enoch and Levy then.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts now with Enoch?
Well, quite simply, Enoch out. I think the way they run the club's poor, footballing wise anyway. I just don't think they know how to back a manager. They just never back the managers, never, and it's been a problem like that for so many years. I think since they moved to the new stadium, it's just they've changed their ways about not spending money. If anything, they spent less money. Just not enough money. So it's not good enough. They're not footballing people at all. They make out they are. I don't think they are. I don't think they've got a clue about football. I think they're just stuck in the old ways. They think. We like getting players in on the cheap, but if they can perform really well,
right players, like
Van der Vaart. Was quite cheap, and he turned out to be such a great player. But Dele for $5 million. It was worth it. He was scoring. Now would you even pay $5 million for Dele?
But even like Llorente, we were like, fuck's sake, why have we got Llorente? But he's done the job. The fans still warmed to Llorente in the end.
Yeah, he's a free agent. Bring him back.
Yeah, yeah. What was I going to say? That's it. So yeah, if we're talking about the stadium, and loads of people spoke about this with the stadium, it's top drawer. Everything about the stadium, the lighting, the retractable pitch, the NFL deals and the concert deals,
the boxing.
The boxing and all like the architecture in the ground, like the center spots in the ground in the south stand, the goal line bar, the toilets, everything's top drawer. Everything is absolute bee's knees. So Levy gets everything there, bang on, like on the money. But when it comes to the club and the playing side, everything is very, very cheap. He's like Del Boy, isn't he? He's like Del Boy. He wants to do everything on the very, very smallest budget possible.
He wants, like I said about Del Boy, he wants everything at West End quality at South End prices.
It's the one at Dagenham market prices. But it's on for how does a businessman want everything top dollar and then he operates the other side of it on the cheap? It's just absolute bizarre. But
look, Levy as a businessman, yeah, he is top notch. I mean, if he said to you one day, let's start up a business together, you're not going to say no because he knows how to make money. Let's be real, he does. But at the same time, when it comes to spending money, it's really like, it's hard work. It's just really hard work. I think he just needs to show a bit more ambition. I mean, we have spent money on big players before and they have been flops.
Yeah.
But I think if someone is available for a good price, he still undercuts them. I mean, we could have had Bruno Fernandes. He didn't want to pay the extra £5-6 million, whatever it was. So we lost out on him. I think Jack Grealish as well was another one. Could have got him for a nice, reasonable price. But again, he didn't want to pay full whack. So he dropped him down to £5-6 million, whatever it was. And again, lost out on him. So, there's so many players we were so close to signing.
Skriniar, and we went for Rodon in the end. Wouldn't pay the money, would we?
Yeah, just wouldn't pay the money. And in the long term, that's really going to affect us big time. So, I mean, I would love to see new ownerships. We just need someone who's got a bit of football ambition about them and is going to take our club to the next level. Because, quite frankly, with Levy in charge, Enoch in charge, it ain't going nowhere. Simple as that. I don't think they care about the football team or the club itself. They're more interested about what they've done for the stadium and all that. So, you could be on your last legs. You say, like, I really need some players. I'm struggling here. And he'll just say, well, you've got Harry Winks. He'll do. You've got Matt Doherty. We've spent more money on them on Bella. I'd be like, they're not good enough. He goes, well, if I sell them, we'll sell them for double their value.
Yeah, and if we sell them, am I getting the full 100% of that money back into the transfer budget?
Yeah, well, this is it. That's the problem. That is the problem. I was worried if they sold Harry Kane, would they actually invest that wisely? Would they spend £100 million on a like-for-like player striker, or would they, I don't know, spend £20 million on Danny Ings?
Yeah,
and then where does the rest of it go?
It'll be on a loan. It'll be a loan deal for someone. The loan probably won't work out, and then that'll be it. There's been quotes lately that Levy and Enoch value the club at 3.5 billion. But a couple of years ago it was 1 billion when we was in the Champions League. So now we're in the Conference League. It's 3.5 billion. So who on earth is going to pay 3.5 billion?
Well, I'll tell you what. The most passionate, richest Spurs fan.
I don't know.
That's who's gonna pay the money. The most passionate, richest Spurs fan. How much is Bill Gates worth? Is he a Spurs fan?
Let's get Adele on the block.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out some wealthy Spurs fans who could buy the club, but I can't think of many. I know. I think Kendrick Lamar's a Spurs fan. I think he's worth quite a bit, but
I don't think he's a millionaire these days.
Probably not.
Oh, Kendrick! I'm thinking of Lamar. Normal Lamar.
Oh no! The rapper.
I remember Lamar's a Spurs fan, isn't he?
Yeah, he was. No. Kendrick, the rapper Kendrick Lamar is a well, I don't know if he's a billionaire or such, but I know he's really popular. Quite a wealthy bloke, but just need the most passionate, wealthy. If I was a multi-billionaire, I'd buy Levy out tomorrow.
Roy says Levy's personal quest for wealth has consumed him. Totally deluded as far as the football's concerned.
Yeah.
So one thing Levy's done is appoint Paratici, so Paratici and Levy have come together and agreed on Nuno. And right now, it doesn't look a great decision.
It looks a bit bleak, but I don't know. It probably just needs time, but we'll see. I mean, obviously, the comments tonight, people have said Nuno in, give him time. It's a bit too early, so we'll see what happens. If he can turn it around, then brilliant. But let's see what happens. We'll give him till the end of October.
What about January? Do you see Spurs investing in the club?
I think they need to. I think we was a couple of players short anyway. So, it wouldn't surprise me, though, if Man City come in with a cheeky bid for Kane. And I could see it happening. I could seriously, well and truly see if Kane carries on like the way he is, not firing and all that. So, but I don't think Man City, I don't think they'll pay 100 because they'll just say, look, he's not scoring goals. He's not worth that much now. So, but again, Levy will probably still want 150 million for him. But my theory is if a player doesn't want to be there, then sell him. I mean, I said I spoke to a Villa fan a couple of weeks ago, funnily enough, and we were talking about the Jack Grealish situation. And they said, obviously, Jack Grealish didn't cost you nothing. He came from a youth academy, and you've got £100 million for him. Now, that's just, what is that, £100 million, 100 million% profit.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
hang
I
on.
mean, you spent nothing on him, and it's going to be the same for Kane. So
Hmm.
just get what you can for him. I think I think Levy wants to pocket a bit of money for himself when he sells Kane. That's why he's overcharged Man
Yeah, he
City.
probably wants his percentage.
Yeah, of
That's
course
why.
he
That's
does.
why.
Yeah, he's a greedy fucker.
Um, right. So we'll end off with something I've read on Twitter. Apparently, there are going to be protests on Sunday at the Aston Villa game.
Yeah.
What would you make of the protests? Are you for the protests? Do you feel it's a good thing to do? Or do you think it's pointless? What's your thoughts on
Well,
any protest?
I remember we had a protest a few months back, and it was at the Spurs Stadium, but no one was there. So, for me, if you're going to have protests, I think you've got to do it during the week, and you've got to do it at the training centre. So that's
Yeah,
where they all are. They're not at the train. They're not at the. They're only at the stadium for match days. I think they need to do them at the training centre. Need to barge their way into the training centre and
break in.
just literally there, because I mean, you can, if you can outnumber the security, then you'll have every chance of going through the training centre. But the stadium, well, if you get a big crowd, because I remember when it was the Super League talks and all that, there was
Mm.
a crowd, like I remember Arsenal, Chelsea doing it. See, their protests look really fiery, but the protest, I don't. The thing is, the owners aren't going to listen to
Mm.
protests.
Our protests have been awful so far compared to
Yeah,
what United fans have done when they were attacking Ed Woodward's house and all that, putting
yeah,
fireworks in the house.
and he left.
And he signed in Bruno Fernandes, and then well, I think he's left now, isn't he? He's
Yeah,
left
he
his
has
team
left.
now
Yeah,
since
he
the
has
Super
left.
League. But yeah, he was still getting them players in. But we Tottenham fans just seem to accept it. So I feel like unless we get thousands on side to actually do a protest,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on protests inside the stadium? Would you be for that or
Um,
against?
I don't know. Yeah, well, just all over really. I think again, I don't think the owners are going to listen anyway. I think the only way you're going to get the owners out of the club is literally. I think Levy probably just needs a good hiding from some supporters, but I don't think it's ever going to come to that. But yeah, I think they really need to make their voices heard now, and basically listen to what us fans want. Otherwise, if you just carry on the way you are, we will just boycott the club, and then you'll be unstuck then.
Yeah, I think it's very worrying when you see like what has happened to Sunderland. You know, massive ground. Not
Yeah.
tickets aren't being sold. I mean, when are they ever going to sell out Stadium of Light ever again?
No,
I
yeah. I
mean,
mean, they play in League One. They've literally freefalled from like the Premier League down to League One. I mean, what was on the other day? It was they played Bolton the other day. Sunderland v Bolton. Now, probably about what 5, 6, 7 years ago, that was a Premier League fixture.
yeah, yeah, it's bizarre. So, I
Absolutely
mean,
crazy.
that will be Tottenham's revenue, hosting games and concerts.
Yeah,
If the football fans aren't turning up for the football, Levy's going to be hoping to have an event on every other week for just to get this money in.
yeah,
Because I think the fans are starting to turn now. Like, I mean,
yeah,
if you're not Nuno out, you're definitely Levy or Enoch out in my books, and I'll be
yeah,
amazed if people aren't Enoch out. Got a few more comments coming in. Player swaps with Kane is the only realistic option. I think Bernardo Silva's the only one that looks like he could leave at City, isn't it? Bernardo Silva. I can't see anyone else leaving.
We'll probably end up with some of the young players. I don't know. Who plays for what's his name? Liam Delap.
Yeah, one player I do like that Cole Palmer. He looks pretty good. He
Yeah,
played for the under 21s the other night. He looked really good.
yeah,
Marky says Joe Lewis gets a free ride. He's worth at least 7 billion. Yet never invest in his main asset, i.e., the actual Spurs team.
yeah,
I mean, this is again something I spoke about earlier. It's facts, and it is well known that Tottenham are the 8th richest club in the world.
yeah,
The difference between Tottenham and Newcastle, we don't know how much Newcastle and Mike Ashley have got. We're the 8th richest club in the world. We've actually got the money, so we could invest if we wanted. We could actually buy big players.
yeah. I don't know.
Which,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why they don't. I mean, if you invest, say, I don't know, £300 million in a new squad, it's going to be pocket change to Joe Lewis, but they just won't do it.
yeah, I mean, another you spoke about deals that didn't go through. Dybala. I mean,
Yeah,
imagine the White Hart Lane with Dybala there. Everyone with Dybala shirts.
yeah,
White Hart Lane will be off the roof.
definitely.
As a sports team, main aim is to win things.
Yeah,
Exactly. And right, I mean, what was it? 13 years since we last won a trophy, and
Yeah.
But the future doesn't look good right now, and this is with Harry Kane. Not just charge fans extortionate prices to be crap.
Someone made a comment a few weeks back. They said because Man City couldn't sell out their tickets, so I think eventually they really reduced their price, or they were virtually on the verge of giving them away for free.
Yeah.
Right? They said, I don't know why people are not going to Man City matches. You know, you can go to Man City and watch players like Kevin De Bruyne and
You're
and a
watching
few
top
others as
quality
well.
football. Yeah,
Yeah, you're
you're
watching.
watching
Yeah, you are. You're
players
watching a trophy-winning team, a league-winning team, and all that. You're getting it all for dirt cheap, but yet Daniel Levy charges 60, 70 quid for average
to watch
mediocre
Harry Winks,
football.
Dyer,
Yeah,
yeah, and, you know, it's with one striker, you know, and he doesn't really want to be there. So we're paying money to watch football, but football's not being played, you know, because
yeah,
well, most of the time now we don't have the ball. Like this is why we're not running because we're sitting back in our own half.
yeah,
Giant Tifu in South Stand on TV would wake them up. Don't want that beamed around the world. They probably wouldn't, if it's on Sky or something, they probably wouldn't even show the Tifo. I think media companies are pretty clever. If there's like someone running on the pitch, they
yeah,
take the camera away straight away, don't they?
yeah. They do.
But,
Yeah,
I don't know. It'll probably start with flyers and stickers outside the ground, and
yeah, definitely.
see what
Yeah,
goes
I
on from
think
there.
just something subtle. I said yesterday that I'll always support the team, but I can't support the club while ENIC are in charge.
That's the thing. We ain't got a choice as fans.
No,
I'm never not going to be a Spurs fan, and it's quite sad because even right now it's like I'm waiting for next season. I'm wishing the season away in September, but next summer's not going
yeah,
to be any different with Levy in charge.
nah,
Like,
but
what's the point in me wishing the season away? Because
nah. I
next season's
think
going to be.
no, but I would like to obviously see January come around a bit quick for the
Yeah,
transfer market. So there's been talk about Philippa Coutinho coming in on loan.
yeah, I saw that one, and then
Uh,
Asensio as well. I saw Asensio rumors.
Yeah, I saw that one
You're
pop up
interested?
somewhere as well. But again, I don't think. I mean, we haven't really got much to offer at Spurs. I think people would just come here and just use it for fitness. They use us as a gym.
George says Gedson Fernandez was like a Jack Grealish. Why didn't we sign him? I hope he means Jack Grealish, but I'm not sure. But Gedson was
Jedson Fernandez, the one we had was pretty poor. I mean, when he signed, he looked like he had a bit of potential, but then we just never see him again.
we never knew what position he was. That was a big
No.
problem, wasn't it? But yeah, thanks for everyone's questions. I think we should wrap it up there, guys. I
Yep.
mean, we've done hour 20, but
Yeah, we've done well.
really appreciate everyone joining into the stream. I mean, after another defeat, especially against the Scum, I mean, you probably want nothing to do with Tottenham right now. So thank you to everyone that did tune in and wanted to rant and get some things off your chest. Hopefully, we try to cheer you up a little bit. I mean, people are still Nuno in, so we're trying to keep the faith.
Yeah.
Hopefully, see a few goals Thursday night and see a Tottenham side win a game of football. Will be nice.
Well,
to see.
hopefully, come next Monday, we'll have positive. We'll be talking about a good week.
Yeah,
win on Thursday, win on Sunday.
Yeah, so we're going to leave it there, boys. So thank you to everyone that tuned in, and thanks for everyone's comments. Let's try and keep the faith, as we always do. I mean, Tottenham's not leaving us, and we aren't leaving Spurs. We've got to stick with it. Until then, keep it Tottenham, up the Spurs, and we'll see you next Monday.
See you next week, everyone. Ta-ra.